Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And sometimes you can get better with age in certain sports, can't you? With experience.
Well, I'd hope so. I hope that applies in life, Mike.
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's a bit of a miserable morning for us.
Oh, well, exactly. No, I'm going to cheer you up now with some great pictures, because you might think you'd find husky dogs racing just in the North Pole, but no. Around 1,000 Siberian huskies compete throughout the winter right here in the UK in the British Championships. Don't need any snow, just the dogs, some wheels and someone to drive them. So with this in mind, I went to Suffolk this week to train with one of the top teams as the season reaches its climax. Now, if you do have pets at home, a warning, this report does contain a lot of howling. It's a cold, crisp winter's night. And under the full moon, listen, the sound that could, well, send shivers down your spine. But actually, the howl, the yelps of excitement is really the sound of one of the most exhilarating sports taking place in forests throughout the UK. Steve Rook has been racing Siberian huskies for 28 years and during the winter trains several times a week in the dark after work in the forests of Suffolk.
It's exhilaration, really. Total exhilaration. It's an adrenaline rush. They're excited, they know exactly what they're doing. You are an integral member of the team. We're all in it together, and once you're out on the trail, you are all of the same team.
It's all about getting the dogs ready for a race weekend when 90 teams and over 1,000 Siberian huskies compete in their various classes, reaching speeds of 28 miles per hour, certainly in the 8-dog competition. And come the end of the season in the next few weeks, it's all about being top dog.
Get a trophy at the end of the year if you get first, and a few little medallions for other places, but you're not doing it for that, you're doing it for the love of the dogs.
It is a sport that is a labour of love, and away from the training and the racetrack, this is where all the hard work goes in, nurturing these prime athletes. It can cost several £1,000s a year for their food, upkeep and equipment.
It does end up being a bit of a lifestyle change. It's just absolutely fantastic to watch them do something that is innate for them and that they're bred to do, and then to be part of that with them. Yeah. It never stops being amazing.
Hello. The dogs seem to quite like me, but how would I fare as a so-called musher driving them on? Now, while racing is done on the fast bicycle-like rigs and helmets are compulsory, in night training on a much more stable quad bike without its engine on and would be going at almost half the speed. On I get! Steve thought it was more important to be able to see all around us in the dark.
Right, and release the brakes and away you go.
And away we go, we're off! Whoa!
Off we go.
There's a big bump, whoa! It's quite bumpy. Here we are, wow, what pace straight away! Just dog power! That's incredible!
G!
G! G! G!
And we turn into the right.
Right off. Oh, God, it's all right. We've crashed. Oh dear. Sorry about that, we're into the bushes. So that's what can happen with a novice. Apart from me, the only other thing that can stop the dogs, ironically enough, is snow. It's the wrong type that falls in the UK, apparently. But at the end, there's a warming feeling for all, well, the dogs at least.
Sausages.
Sausages? After the incident in the bush, only the dogs were allowed any sausages. Yeah, but you can now do that as an experience right up and down the UK. A lot of the teams offer rides, if you like, to get a feeling of what it must be like.
It looked, very dramatic images with the breath and the cold. It looked like a really cold night.
It was. It must have been -3, but no snow. It was a clear night, which made it even colder. But yeah, when you get some speed up through the woods, oh, the cold did bite indeed. But the dogs, of course, they love it. They're perfectly warm with all their
absolutely
coats.
Stunning animals.
Oh, absolutely. So
Beautiful.
intelligent. And what was funny is, as soon as they started running, they were in the zone, so they went quiet. All the yelps of excitement stopped.
Yeah.
They were just focused.
Very good. Mike, we'll see you